Good morning and welcome to Fridays on 42nd Street. I'm Katy Merriman, Artistic Director, here with David Kilpatrick. I almost called you David, Executive Director. The Kilpatrick, Director of the Playhouse.
Yes.
We were just discussing how it kind of looked like we were on Weekend Update the news. The news we're bringing you this morning is Cinderella Auditions 101. So we're going to start a Fridays on 42nd Street series, and it's Auditions 101. Here's what you need to know about what's coming up. And so this morning's segment is Cinderella, our family holiday classic. If you have questions about Cinderella auditions, watch this video.
Forgot.
That's
Mr.
good.
Q. Yay!
David Kilpatrick is directing, Brenton Brown is music directing, Michael Tomlinson is choreographing, and Jesse Curry is stage managing, yeah. Jonathan Garten is ASM. We have a great team assembled, but we need to let you know that this show is not going to look like the Disney Cinderella. It's not going to look like the old original that you watched Julie Andrews in. It's this great new, I don't know, like combining all the good parts of all the versions. We got a little Brandy Cinderella in there. We got Rodgers and Hammerstein. You got
Drew Barrymore's Cinderella in there.
A little Ever After.
Ever After, and also Ella Enchanted in there as well. So this is great. I mean, here's the sequence, or here's one of the sequences. At the end of Act 1, traditionally she runs down the stairs, loses her slipper, and runs off, and now the prince has her slipper. Well, in this particular production, she runs down the stairs, loses her slipper, and then she comes back and looks at the prince and says, "No, you don't." She takes the slipper with her, and she leaves. So she makes the choice when to leave the slipper, which did, of course, force us to ask a question yesterday. This is Weekend Update. How can she lose a slipper if the slipper only fits her foot? But, you know, that's a different story.
She's in a hurry. She's running down the stairs.
But these shoes are custom fit for her feet only.
Suspend your disbelief.
One of those fun questions we like to pop up.
Yes.
So it's a very special, and it's very modern. 2014, it was done on Broadway.
We like to empower princesses.
Very much.
In the Playhouse.
Yeah. This is definitely, she's in charge. This is not the prince. He's fun, and he's a great character. He's got lovely songs. And
he's not just like a vapid prince. They're equals, and she helps him figure out how to be nice to everybody that he doesn't know in the rest of the kingdom. And
he embraces the rest of the kingdom and supports, and he actually changes the political system of the kingdom. So they have a prime minister now. So, I mean, it really is very modern. I really like it. I'm very excited about it.
Plus, if you're a fan of the classic, it's all the Rodgers and Hammerstein songs. So it's not like brand new, you're not going to recognize it. It just has a little bit of the good parts of all the versions, plus the old music that you know and love.
That's right. Yeah.
So that being said, can you talk a little bit more about what you're looking for in terms of casting? I know you have a few rules for youth that you'd like to put in there.
We did, yeah. Well, one of the things is, of course, traditionally we've tried to slim it down, knowing that people are busy and full. So I'm looking, there are 9 named characters. So there's 4 gentlemen and 5 ladies that are the named characters that have scripts and stories and all kinds of things. And then there's an ensemble, and I'm trying to do the ensemble with just 8 ladies and 4 gentlemen so I can get ballroom dancing. But then I added 4 more youth to it because pages, you know, and also our puppets. We have puppets. We have a fox and a raccoon that turn into our driver and our coachman and footman. So we're going to have youth play the raccoon and the fox. So there's room for 4 youth, and they could be whatever because they're playing a fox and a raccoon, and we don't care. And so that's the casting. And what we're looking for is just anybody who feels comfortable, has got a pretty voice, that likes to sing. There's some dancing, but we know Michael Tomlinson is a wonderful choreographer. He's going to take you wherever you are and make you look good. He's not going to sit there and be frustrated because you can't, dance a pas de deux like I'd say Rudolph Nureyev, but nobody knows who that person is anymore. So I don't know a modern dancer. But still, nevertheless, you have a situation, we're going to make you look good in a slightly classical style, is the dance, because it is ballrooms and things like that. So but it's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be real fun. We also just want to clarify that when you say youth, we put ages on our casting manager guidelines for different roles. So it might say like 8 to 16 or 18 to 42, but those are guides. If you fall relatively in that zone, or if you look in that zone, you can come to audition. If you are 7 3/4 and the low end of the age range is 8, come on to audition.
Oh, please,
Don't even worry about it. Just show up. We will not kick you out. We will be happy to see you.
It's what you look like. It's not what you are in this regard. That's what makes it theater. So it's also, what are you willing to play? We don't care, again, how you identify. What are you willing to play? That's what matters to us.
Yeah.
So, we're going to cast whoever is here that wants to be part of the show, that mixes well with everybody else. And that part you have no control over. You just show up, do the hard part, be brave, and try. And then let us make the decisions that we're going to make based on our whole entire team's worth of work and perspective. There's not one person that's standing here saying, this is the cast. It's a team. Katy gets to be the boss, but she's still very, very generous. We all know that.
I try. One last thing is a question we get a lot about our auditions is on Monday night, we'll just be asking everyone who signed up to sing that evening. So you'll have a live accompanist. You can bring sheet music with you. Or if you sing with a track and that's how you've practiced, we'll have a way for you to play that track. I have to say, Brenton and I both prefer that you bring sheet music if that's possible. And if you need help with that, let us know. But we have the ability to play tracks as well. So don't let that stop you. Sing something ideally in the style of the show. And if you don't have a cut down version of it, just know that we might stop you a little bit. So singing on Monday. Now, isn't there at least one role that's non-singing in this?
There is. Yes.
So if you come and you're like, I'm only interested in the non-singing role, David might give you a pass, or he might be like, sing happy birthday and let you go. But you can still show up because there is at least one non-singing role in the show. On Tuesday, we will be
learning to dance.
Dance call.
It's going to be all dance all night.
Great.
So,
and then Wednesday, they'll probably read excerpts from the show. So it takes a few days of this process, but the first thing you'll be doing is singing on Monday when you show up 15 to 20 minutes before your audition time. If you have other questions, you can email me, you can email Robin, you can email David, since he's directing, and we will make sure that we help you out. If you can't figure out casting manager and how to sign up, just walk in the door and we will figure it out for you. Yeah. So we are trying to remove any frustrating barriers to you coming to an audition for this delightful show. And
I was going to say, can we let them know one little secret? You come into the theater, you're standing here at the table, you're nervous, you're scared, you're very anxious. Can I tell you that we're also nervous, scared, and very anxious? Are you going to like us? Are you going to want to be part of the Playhouse? Are you going to enjoy the show? We're both nervous. So let's be nervous together. That's the secret. You probably may not know.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. But it's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're sitting there, are they going to want to be part of the show because they're so talented?
Will you like me?
Yeah. So we're both nervous.
And excited for you to audition on October 3rd for Cinderella. One more plug toward auditions is that Kinky Boots has been moved up. So it's going to take a while to get those boots located and figured out, and among other things. So we're bumping Kinky Boots auditions up to November 14th. We've already posted about that, but we'll just keep reminding everyone. So we'll get those auditions up and going, as well as Go Dog Go up and going, because we'll have 2 shows auditioning in November now. That's enough about auditions, but we'll be back with another segment about Go Dog Go auditions in a few weeks, and have a great, hopefully sort of sunny weekend.
Is Guys and Dolls still on stage?
Oh, good question, Leanne. Guys and Dolls is still on stage. Now, you may be thinking it's closing this weekend, but it is in fact not. We are in the 2nd week of our run, so you can see it this weekend or next Wednesday through Sunday, closing October 2nd. I highly encourage you to see this show. Even if you've seen it like 3 times, or you were like a mission doll in high school or whatever, this is an exciting, a reinvigorated, a fast-moving, production of Guys and Dolls with a lot of local talent that you should come out and support. So get a ticket because you got 2 weeks.
And the sets, lights, and costume just supplement the Runyon-esque fairy tale land. It's just a beautiful production, and the cast is working so hard, and you just can't help but love them. So yeah, don't miss them.
Okay, any more questions, Leanne? Okay, great. Thank you for your time. Come to auditions, come to Guys and Dolls. See you next week.